Welcome back for another video. We're back with the experts video as we look at what the top managers are doing with their teams this week, their transfer plans, captaincy and the experts team. Between them all, they've finished first in the world once, top 100 4 times, top 1k 44 times and top 10k 367 times. So hit subscribe to benefit from all this data every week this season. Kicking off with the manager highlight, and Gw5's moved to top of the experts league with a score of 76 points, which takes him up to 40k overall. He was also the biggest scorer in the league last game week. The average score in the experts league was 50 points. It's been overall a challenging and unpredictable start to the season. Lucas, or F_Analytic, makes really interesting charts plotting how the Elite 1000 do each season, which is basically the top 1000 all-time managers. And this season they've started the slowest since he started recording the data, with an average rank of 2.2 mil. But you just know in about 15 game weeks time they'll have caught up. In fact, if we look at last season, that was the previous slowest start ever, but they still had the best average final rank in the top 1000 managers, averaging 30k between them all. So the climb is on. If you keep making good decisions, eventually the variance will swing your way, so don't get reckless with your decisions or go on tilt. So what's the plan this week then? 68% are rolling the transfer, 20% are making one move, 12% are making 2 transfers. No chips active this week among the experts. It is a good week to roll if you're able to, because of the fixture swings coming up in Game Week 6. FPL is all about trying to stay ahead of the curve. Double or triple Arsenal when they're home to Leicester is huge upside Game Week 6, and the Boomer is going to be a very popular move as well given their fixture run. And obviously from Game Week 7, Man City have got Fulham, Wolves, Southampton, Bournemouth and Brighton. If you haven't got Haaland, then you'll need those transfers and he'll be a priority then. Many are eyeing up a Game Week 6 wildcard, but now that we can roll transfers into wildcards, taking 2 or more onto the other side of it is going to be very powerful. So which players are they buying and selling this week? The top transfer in is Salah. 13% of the experts have bought him. If you've got an easy route to Salah, it seems worth it. Where it gets tricky is whether it's worth Haaland to Salah if you're going to wildcard in Game Week 6 anyway, as that's 2 moves for a 1 week play basically, and you're selling the most owned player in the game, which obviously carries a lot of risk, though there is huge upside in a play like that. Salah non-owners, let us know in the comments whether you're going to be getting him or not, and if you're doing it, how are you doing it? 14% are selling Saka, who's the logical one. Though he has assisted every Arsenal goal this season besides the one he scored himself, and he's yet to blank. Away at Man City though, so it is a sound move this week. 11% are buying Vardy, 7% are buying Calvert-Lewin. Both of these teams are hitting a decent stretch of long-term fixtures, and they've both got 2 goals to their name. Calvert-Lewin's also got an assist, and all of his returns coming in the last 2 games. I prefer him to Vardy personally, but it's pretty close. Vardy's taken 3 shots and he scored twice, so those aren't really sustainable numbers, though I do recognise he's a poacher. Calvert-Lewin's taken 6 shots. If you are looking at Calvert-Lewin, wait till the press conferences, as there's been a sickness bug sweeping through the Everton camp, and he did miss out midweek in the League Cup. 7% are buying Watkins this week, who is a player on the rise after a slow start to the season. A brace last game week, and he's still got good enough fixtures to buy him. He's got Wolves, Ipswich, Man United, Fulham and Bournemouth. So Isak's the most sold player, 14% are selling him. Very unfortunate for owners last game week. He took a ball in the face and he had to come off because he apparently had an issue with his eye. You'd expect him to be fine and recovered for Game Week 5 against Fulham though. Lots of those buying Salah are going Isak to one of those cheap forwards, so there's Calvert-Lewin, Vardy, Welbeck, João Pedro, Archer, Wheatley, and then they're making the second move Saka to Salah. Which players have been delivering the most promise after 4 game weeks a day to them? Haaland's 5.03 expected goal involvement is highest in the league so far, and it's De Bruyne, Salah, Watkins and Semenyo. De Bruyne owners have been really unlucky so far, and on top of that he was taken off at half time in the Champions League, so keep an eye on that if you've got him, he might have a knock. We're still waiting for Foden to get going as well, having been used pretty sparingly so far. We saw just how good the upcoming fixtures are, and if he does start against Arsenal then he could be an option for Game Week 6, or Game Week 7 if you want to wait and see if he starts against Newcastle. Semenyo leaps off the page here given how cheap he is relative to the other players near him. He's got Southampton home in Game Week 6, Leicester away in Game Week 7, 5.6 mil. McNeil also a notable one here given those upcoming games, 2.57 expected goal involvement. He's created 5 big chances, which is the most in this list. Bumo's 3.43 expected goal involvement also impressive given that they faced Liverpool and City already. All the data tables here are available in the Scout members area. Use the link below to get 40% off and take advantage of all the other tools there as well. No chips active this week, but a very quick chip overview then. So 75% have still got their wildcard, 100% still have their free hit unsurprisingly, 98% have still got the bench boost, and 88% still have the triple captain. I wouldn't be surprised to see 30 or maybe 40% wildcard in Game Week 6 to catch those fixture swings. Let's move straight on to Game Week 5 captaincy then. There's actually 5 names this week, which caught me by surprise. However, it's still very one-sided. 85% are going with Salah against Bournemouth, and then it's Haaland with 7%, Watkins 4%, Palmer 2%, Son and Vardy captained by 1 each. As far as the anytime goal scorer probabilities, Salah's top this week. He's been given a 45% chance of scoring any time, and then it's Haaland 39.5%, Son and Watkins both on 37%. So what do reviews projections say this week then? It's got Salah comfortably ahead on 7.7 points, and then it's Son on 6.4, Palmer 6, Haaland 5.6. Despite the blank in Game Week 4, Salah's still enjoying his best ever start to the season for FPL points after 4 games. That's crazy when you think about it, given that it's his 8th year at Liverpool, and he started better than when he broke the all-time record for FPL points with 303. Moving on to the Experts team, which is comprised of the most owned players across all their teams for the template team basically. It's Henderson in goal, it's Trent, Konsa and Porro in the back 3. The midfield 5 is Rodgers, Salah, Eze, Jota and Smith Rowe, Haaland and João Pedro up top. So Salah captain, Haaland vice. How many players have you got from the team this week? There are a few issues starting to emerge. Obviously Henderson in goal has been really disappointing. Muniz has lost his spot up top, it's almost certainly going to be Jimenez again. Isak does actually have higher ownership than Muniz, but to keep the team within budget, we've got Muniz in. Jota and Diaz is expecting minutes to decline in as well. Gakpo was unbelievable in the Champions League when he started ahead of Diaz. Jota started and he came off early, he didn't have a great game. And of course there's no Arsenal players here ahead of Game Week 6 either. So we'll see a huge number of wildcards active on next week's edition, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. On to the experts' final thoughts and tips for Game Week 5, here's what they had to say this week. Joe Jenkins says, most likely move for me is Muniz to Vardy, but I might end up taking a hit or even deciding the wildcard depending on the press conference updates regarding Isak and KDB injuries and possible Jota rotation. I don't think it's a great week to wildcard, but I may have my hand forced, meaning I'd have to just get a wildcard 6 squad a week early most likely. FPL Cholo's taken a 1-week punt. He says calculated risk by bringing in Son to captain. I don't have Salah and I can't get to him without a hit. So I'm hopeful that Son can match or better Salah and Haaland this week. Planned wildcard in Game Week 6. Benny M90 has sold Haaland and Gibbs White for Salah and Solanke, and he says, this might be the time for a trip to DFS to buy a bigger sofa for us Haaland sellers this week. FPL Addict says, I often find people panic immediately after a bad game week, especially if they've just played a wildcard. My suggestion is, don't forget what made you buy a player in the first place. Additionally, I think the 5-free transfer rule will benefit those who stick to a good strategy, allowing them to store transfers and mini wildcard multiple times throughout the season. Panic selling players will hurt your ability to do that. Brian's been weighing up selling Munoz for a 1-week punt, but he decided against it to carry the extra transfer over on the wildcard, and he says, I'm rolling, so I'll have 3 free transfers after wildcard 6. Unfortunately, I don't think it's worth the transfer moving Munoz to another sub 5 mil defender this week, so double Crystal Palace defence will be minimal points. Thanks for watching as always, and thanks to the managers for sending their responses in every week. See you soon for the next one.